going back to where the beach is near, the beer is dear, there's plenty of women on the crack. Walking
here we are in the final second, the whistle is gone, and Sligo Rovers are the champions.
By the riverside, you can watch the tide as it flows.
No, I'm being told that Average Joe's does not have enough players and will be forfeiting the championship match.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Very tight and drive it clean out over the fence. Out in there, he's the corner.
In the bookie shop, I done.
Hello everyone, we're back from our summer holidays. Oh, I'm getting a cramp in my leg.
That'll be a cramp in your voice box, but no, you were practicing it on Sunday.
Oh, my leg. Hello, welcome. We're back.
Great start.
I don't know what episode it is after our 3-week hiatus, our summer holidays. How was your time away, lads? Where did you go, Ross?
What did I? It's very hard to even remember.
You went to Rockwood Parade.
I featured. I got to Rockwood Parade myself on the Saturday night in Kennedy's for the Lions. That was the first kind of foray back into the local pub scene, and thoroughly enjoyable.
Yeah, nice vibe.
Nice vibe down there, yeah.
Town was buzzing.
Good vibes.
It is good. It's good when it's like that now down by the river. Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday was
the Fords are about floating around.
Eric Ford got a shout right to come over to me, but he decided not to.
The music playing in the car park, it was a nice touch.
Yeah, I didn't hear that now. I was
too
involved and invested in the Lions match. What else? I'd apologise to you, Ross, actually.
Oh.
I tried to make a joke on Sunday night to a gang about not liking you, not getting along with you, and it just went down like a lead balloon.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
yeah.
Was I there?
You were there, yeah.
Jeez, I don't recall.
One of your, I think the girl who works here said, that's not nice, but I thought I was trying to be funny, but I wasn't. so there's my apology out of the way.
Well, cheers, thank you.
Anyone else? No?
I suppose I have to be apologising now, do I?
No.
So apparently, guys, I'd like to apologise to all our listeners because there was 1 week there where I was probably incognito. But the last 2 weeks now, the lads have enjoyed their holidays as well, it has to be said. But I apologise for Sunday. The Sunday after England won last the Euros. Yeah, that Monday now, there will be no podcasting for me that Monday.
The Euro seems a long time ago now, doesn't it?
It does.
Some hangover that Monday over in England for a few people, let's say.
Yeah, especially to get the flare up his arse, I'd say.
He was proud as fuck, actually. He was interviewed by a lot of people. He was proud as fuck. Yeah, he was just like, he's like, oh yeah, I was fucking.
Is he an old man or anything?
I was high. What? No, he's fucking whatever.
Do you remember the guy from the 2018? Like the man was in his 50s who was being held shoulder high through the pub when I was stitching him. Do you know that photo? Yeah, like the balls in the air. Gonna top it there. What a week for Mona, lads.
Yeah.
Mona Shari weekend.
I assume we don't need to have a dance every week this week, do we?
No, she's going to win it for our first double winner.
Jesus, wow.
She's won it twice now.
Fair play to her.
We had her on before the Olympics and it was a great chat with her, and then she romped through her heats and so well. I know she won it. Was it the semi-final? Just by a
0.1 second.
Of a second.
Finished, 100th second. Yeah.
And then to finish 8th in the final of the Olympics is outrageous for a 20-year-old from Grangeley.
Yeah, it was actually. I just seen yesterday. She's just like, oh, I need to reset my goals now and aim higher. Was what she was saying yesterday, straight away after the thing. But listening back to the interview again, I listened to it again yesterday, and as she said, that's probably my biggest problem is that I never sit in anything. I'm always aiming higher. So she's onwards and upwards.
For Paris in 24.
She's a good role model, isn't she?
She is a great role model. I nearly look up to her myself. I started sea swimming.
You have started sea swimming, actually. Yeah.
I love it. Last Saturday morning in Strand Hill, just calling more, there was loaded a crab and by me, and I said, fuck that, I shit myself. So into the
I was talking to Strand Hill, there was a big jellyfish problem.
That's where I went out to Ross's Point then, and lovely swim, lovely. In there for half an hour, and the fella goes, oh, did you see any? But he's a professional swimmer. He had the swimsuit on and the orange buoy and all, and the goggles. Did you see any? And I go, no, not a clue what he's on about, like. And he goes, oh, there's a few of them about. I said, oh, there is, yeah. I thought he meant swimming.
A few characters.
Yeah. And he goes, oh, watch the ones with the red circle. And I go, what? And he goes, and I hadn't noticed one of them the whole time I was there on my own. And he said that, I looked down, and all I could see was jellyfish.
Same in Strand Hill. I was out in Strand Hill last week. They're everywhere. Washed up on the beach and everything. It's mad.
But they reckon they're not getting eaten because of overfishing. That's what I was told. Yeah.
Oh, so the fish aren't eating them?
That's what I was told.
It's the compass jellyfish now. They're causing puck.
Yeah. Compass?
The compass jellyfish.
What about the Portuguese man of war? They're still about.
They were big old devils, yeah.
Any nice food, no? Around in the last 3 weeks?
3 weeks. Oh yeah, big shout to Chef Kebab.
I was waiting for you to say it.
In Roscommon town. I was thinking of it driving home today. Jeez, that was lovely. I can't.
You were actually very taken aback by that. You were talking about it hours later.
It
Still.
went to top 3 to top 1.
Jesus. The aftertaste.
It was just, yeah, it was perfect. No, it's the special kebab.
Oh.
So there was kebab meat, obviously. I think there was some sort of chicken. But then I said there was like, I don't know what it was. It was like them deep fried onions or crispy bits of chicken in there as well. And I don't even know what it was. Could have been grease from the middle.
And did you eat it while driving, or did you pull in for this one?
I went up and sat in the square and was coming down on my own and just made a pick of myself. Like I was there licking my fingers. That's when I went up to watch Sligo and Roscommon under 20s. So it was,
That was your first match back in a while, was it?
Yeah,
First
three
live?
penalty points on the way. For,
Oh, no.
yeah.
Where?
Just out before Castle Baldwin. And where are you going? Oh, Hyde Park. Just on the phone. Hyde Park, and I wasn't even on the phone. I picked it up and then he chatted me about the match for about 10 minutes. I was like, "Aye, sure, let me off now," but no.
You gave it a point.
Bastard.
You're too old to be playing football. You're too old for under 20. And I was like, "Oh, I am, yeah." And
The sweet talking didn't work.
no, it didn't.
Hello, officer. Pretty.
That was my first Gaelic match back, and I'm going to the minor game on Friday evening. I'm looking forward to that. They're playing Leitrim, but we'll talk more about that later. What else? Competition winners, lads. We got some prizes dished out in the last 3 weeks. Paul Kelly picked up for Daniel.
Yes.
He won the guess the score and the player for the Connacht game. I presented him at the Carter and Strand match with a big crate of Lochgill. He was very happy in the
20
photo.
gills,
He was very happy in the photo that he sent in his SCW attire.
which seems to be ramping up.
Yeah. And Kevin McHugh got his care pack from the Rovers. Kieran Keaveney won the big.
Oh, they.
What was that competition again?
Harvey Norman.
The Euros thing. So he's, that's on the way to him very soon. The 20 gills and the voucher. So that's that. Anything else, lads? Oh, the Wings of Sligo competition has to kick off. That kind of went under the radar this week because we got our commentary gig with the Rovers, so that took over for us.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a good few suggestions in. Eagles Flying was one of the favourites.
What?
Yeah, that struck me as a surprise, yeah.
What?
They do wins out there, yeah.
At the place where the birds
Are
are.
you serious? He meant the wings of the fucking birds.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I was thinking they hardly had a bit of food out there, like, beside a gift shop or something.
Yeah, we breed the birds ourselves and then we cook them into a delicious.
Yeah, there's actually a horrible image of that really in there, like.
Oh, eagle wings are delicious. Now, lads. All the standard hitters were in there. Someone suggested somewhere in Ballina. I don't think I could.
No.
Can't go there, yeah.
We're the
It's-
They
Sligo
did give Ballina to Mayo back in the 1650s, but
Nah,
no,
we're,
they're
the
gone.
we're the Sligo Way podcast. TJ Ford, Murty.
Yeah, great win in the south of Ireland.
First
I'd say
Sligo man
yeah,
doing it.
unbelievable achievement, I suppose. For like the south is basically the southern version of the west. Like, so you've all the top amateur golfers in Ireland playing, and yeah, no, it's a serious achievement to win that and won it well, and probably has a good chance to be picked now in the home international team, which would be a huge achievement for him. So yeah, fair play to him. Very impressive.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to go to our correspondence? A few questions are in.
Yeah, let's jump into it, yeah.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Mr. Burns. I believe you have a letter for me.
Okay, Mr. Burns. What's your first name?
I don't know.
Okay, a few bits in, lads. There was a lot in over the last few weeks, but just a few bits that come in just in the last about 20 minutes we'll go with, okay? Where to go? I'll start with a question for you, Murty, actually.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Comes in from, what's the name here? Jimbo Jones. How many hours were you consecutively awake from approximately Friday morning until Sunday morning?
How many times was I wide awake?
How many hours consecutively were you awake from Friday until Sunday?
Well, Friday night we had the big game with Carberry that
Yeah,
I assume we'll
strange
discuss
question.
later. Sorry, yeah, it was Captain's Day out in Strand Hill, so I woke up at I had a few pints after the game on Friday night, just to take the edge off. Woke up at 5 to 6 then for Captain's Day. I was on the tee at 6:50 in Strand Hill. But then actually, now, funny, someone must know that I told this story to, but I ended up out Saturday night and ended up at a house party, but I was walking back in the door to my apartment on Saturday night, Sunday morning I suppose, and there was an alarm going off and I couldn't figure out what the alarm was for. but it was the alarm from the previous day that was going off. So I suppose I was up 24 hours.
24 hours in the go, so. All right.
Yeah. And then, of course, we had the couple to take the edge off on Sunday. So I didn't have that much sleep this weekend, but I had sleep.
Yeah, okay. Question in for you, Ross, from Fionn MacL. Ross, you old fuck, you never played rugby. That's just what that says.
Is that a statement or a question?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a.
Is there some background to that?
Look, that fella, I can't really comment for fear of being bludgeoned to death. But I want to wish him best of luck for the Old Wesley 5th team this year. It's definitely not a step down from the Clontarf first team, but it's probably a good springboard for Fionn back into professional rugby. So
this is the guy who's threatened death on all of us, and also thinks
family members as well. Yeah.
And also thinks that Murty is me.
Yes, actually, Murty.
This is the guy, yeah.
So
I have to watch me back here.
Yeah, no. He's definitely going to maul you someday. and do you know the way I kind of envision it? Do you know the Stone Cold Steve Austin? Do you know we used to do the jumping pounce and the load of punches? Like, so I think you're going to be walking and he's going to jump nearly like a cat jumping in the air. A low tease press, I believe it's called for the wrestling guys.
How the photo of us in the dugout in the rugby club was out, and he's calling Ross an old fuck.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how come up with that. It was me in the middle. He goes, "Oh, you wish that was you." And then he's pointing at you, and like then the threat he's going to get me like that. So
someday now you're going to be as happy as Larry walking down Rockwood Parade, and you're going to get the low tease press.
What's next? Okay, it's for me actually. Adrian, are St Mary's favourites for the championship, the senior championship? Tricky one. I would. No, Tour de Strand have to be still the favourites, definitely, but...
Are they the second favourites?
I would think so, St Mary's definitely. I think there was serious panel. They're stacked.
We'll talk about the old groups later, I assume.
Yeah, the groups later. They're stacked with players, St Mary's, that there's some top class players transferred in and that, so... They're probably not the bookies' favourites, because Tour de Strand, do not have Tour de Strand there, but they're very close, it's it. Who's that from?
I have one for you, from Aaron Clerkin, Clerkin.
Okay.
Absolutely loving the podcast, men. Been in Vietnam the past year and a half, so the shy talk is very much enjoyed. To Ado Mac, what is the best Quayside Rovers /ship in memory? For me, it was Owen McHugh scoring a, inverted comma, screamer, inverted comma, against Carrick on a wet Sunday. I'd be curious to hear your favourite ship in memory.
Jesus Christ.
You brought out some great chants actually just before you answered the question on Sunday night. You had 5 Quayside Rovers chants that were amazing.
Yeah,
one of them was set down to someone actually.
Sorry? Yeah, Willie, I was saying...
Oh, it's Willie Manning, yeah.
Some good times at Willie now. That's a tough one on the spot. Some good times. Ship in. Remember the time we robbed the bathtub and brought it down to the pub? That was good fun.
Darts.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. We'll talk about that another time.
Darts was borderline trouble with the law.
Yeah.
Only partook in a couple of games now.
Let's sleep in Dog's Lie, maybe. On the darts.
There's loads of stuff there. What else? Just the karaoke down there. The Huey Lowry. Just throwing your shoes at him. I can't even remember on the spot.
I think it's more like a match moment.
Yeah, well, they were the days like you'd play the match at 11 and you'd be in toffs, or Envy used to be out on a Sunday actually, most times with your shin guards still on at 2:30.
Good days.
There was great days.
I used to love McHugh when we're up in front of Keego trying to get the few minutes.
There was some outrageous, there was some wild match stories.
You enjoyed the second half comeback?
We did. We were notorious for going down early. The time me and McHugh came late, I think we'd only about 10 players. Me and Heinzie, we were dressed as snooker players from a 21st night before. We got across the pitch with cues and all in hand. And Keego goes, look at it steady. He goes, right, go on, left and right midfield. And we were 4 down at half time. The Gallen comeback to 4-4, and of course we went in the beer all.
Were you playing somewhere like a Clare or something?
It was someone like that. Actually, it was a Clare, but we went 4 down because Clancy was in goals.
Oh.
And they scored 4 goals, only 1 shot on target. Now, if you try and figure that out, it was a windy day now, there's a few long clearances that dribbled in. I was in goals one day and we scored, and I was out celebrating half a line and should have tipped off and scored straight. I was still out the pitch. And scored, and Keego, you plonker! There's some wild stories. I can't remember. The first cup final was outrageous. Remember the pots and pans up in my Sherry Park? Yeah, good times. And good to have a listener in Vietnam. I'm Clerkin. Petey, his father served us well.
Top man, Petey.
Yeah.
My good question in here now. It's a broad one now.
Yeah.
Comes in from David Goulin. Who will win the Olympics?
Oh, right. Jesus. France are usually good.
I like the Russian Olympic Confederation.
The Russians, yeah.
Federation.
Very sneaky.
Yeah, they're rebranded now, aren't they?
They are rebranded. yeah.
This time we're back, but now we're clean.
The Soviet Union. I thought you guys disbanded. That's what we want you to think.
The Olympics is great, though, isn't it? I found myself...
it is.
I was watching badminton earlier thinking to myself, geez, I'd be very good at that. And I was texting one of the lads. I texted Sal actually about it, saying, we should try and get a game of badminton. And all he said, he goes, I would just tee it up for you to smash it every time.
Shuttlecock.
It's
a tough game. I tried it before.
The Chinese Taipei fella did well now today.
Yeah.
Against the Irish buck. But there's some great sports in there.
I was happy to see Fiji take the sevens home now.
Did you see the guy, was it Daniel Kelly shared? This guy, if you go on his Twitter, some guy's in his 60s, like a middle-aged man from Mullingar, or from Longford. He's in his sixth one in a row for shooting. But it's not even shooting like it. You have to go into it there quickly if you can find it.
Yeah, go on, talk about it there.
What else were you watching? I got up at 2:30 this morning to try and watch the Sevens rugby and it wasn't even fucking on.
Was it not on? I watched it. I watched the USA one. That was on at
I didn't get up at 2:30. I was still up actually, to be honest. I won't lie. I couldn't sleep. But
Derek Burnett.
Yeah. What is it?
Oh, I'm after going out of the fuck.
Derek DB.
Big DB. Yeah, I might get him on the pod.
Probably good. Yeah.
He missed out on Rio 2016, so it could have been a record 6.
Secret virus, no doubt.
He's a trap shooter.
What's a trap shooter now?
I assume it's when they come out of the trap and go.
Oh, that's a skeet, no? I used to have...
Skating is something very different.
What's skeet? Explain.
Anyway,
no, I'm not going there, yeah.
Why, is it rude?
I believe so. Hold on, I'm going to do a quick Google of it here.
Skeeting.
Anyway, Derek's sitting in 25th position after day one. So
get your act together, Derek.
Well, he's got a current total of 70. So as we all know, 70 is not going to quite be good enough.
It's not good enough.
He'll have 2 more rounds tomorrow, so
right.
With the hopes of securing a top 6 and a place in the
final. Come out of them traps. You want to go at it, Derek, straight away. So what are you going to say? The Russian Confederate... What's skeeting? So you're looking up here. Spit it out.
Spit it out is quite on the market. It's the ejaculation of sperm, slang word, skeeting.
Ejaculate what?
Of sperm.
It's called skeeting.
Skeeting.
There's something else to that. There is.
This is what I'm saying here.
It's while you're doing something, is it?
Look, that's what I'm saying here. I'm going
move on.
Skeeting anyway.
That's for that's the members only blue side of the podcast. That's later on.
Members only.
Excuse the pun.
I think was Hone in with a question there. You was.
Yeah, good one. So who's going to win? The Russians are going to win the Olympics.
I'm happy with the Russians. Yeah. But I was delighted for that Bermudan one there the other night that won the triathlon.
She must have some Irish blood somewhere.
She must have. Yeah.
Big Duffy.
Yeah. Because that was kind of training. I was debating whether to stay awake from one, but I ended up setting the alarm. But I seen who was doing the walk-in. Now we still haven't clarified whether I was dreaming or not, but.
Oh yeah.
He did mention the Jack B. Yates stat that we brought up. I'm pretty sure he must have got it from our podcast.
Yeah.
So.
Who was Hugh Cahill? No.
Des Cahill, or was it your man John Kenny?
Oh, John Kenny. Yeah. Well, John, if you're listening, stop stealing stats from our podcast.
Or at least reference us anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry now. Where are we? All right. So going with the holiday team.
Yeah, because we're all away on our holidays.
Yeah. Is there any resorts where this is from Stephen Holm, by the way. Is there any resorts where any of the 3 of you could not return to due to previous holiday misdemeanors?
Yeah. A few bits there now.
Well, you managed to make it back to Gran Canaria for a second time.
Twice,
so
yeah. I only kind of went on 2 lads type holidays ever. So Gran Canaria twice.
Yeah.
Not that bad.
Hellacious,
the second time, the tour guide, someone getting on the bus back to the airport. What's the verdict? She goes, it's a sad day for Irish tourism. They were her words. Because the morning before, what happened? This was the second time. We went back to the reception. We couldn't find the key to our apartment. So me and big staff, Brian Hines might have been there as well, realised that the couches in the reception were fold-out beds. We realised, so should we get in and everything off? Was very hot, so not a stitch on us. There's no blankets, and we slept through as people were checking out. Like walking by us, and just this receptionist shouting "Policia! Policia!" at us. We're like, "Oh no!" Just run these naked bodies trying to run down the reception.
That's something happened when we were on our 17-year-old holiday to Manchester. We all went in the beer in the hotel the night before the airport hotel.
Oh yeah, well that was it. Yeah.
And then we woke up the next morning thinking it was the alarm clock, but it was the fire alarm.
We were
no, on the beer. again, we're going over to United and we stayed in the airport. We really spoiled ourselves for that one. We stayed in the airport hotel in Dublin the night before, and we rang down for an alarm just because our flights at some crazy hour, 6 o'clock, like, and
So we asked, yeah.
and for the call, and just this alarm was going off, but
We thought
pure groggy, like dying and out, pure
Strolling.
out in the fire brigade, and everyone's there. Everyone's evacuated the hotel. Turns out it's the fire alarm.
We for some reason thought it was the hotel wake-up call.
What time was it?
6 in the morning. Like.
The place was fully evacuated. We were just strolling like, can't wait for this trip.
Any other holiday destinations?
No, I've none that I'm barred from.
I won't say barred. I have a few outrageous.
I was going to say about our first Leaving Cert holiday with poor old Johnny Bellew nearly got impaled on a girder.
He did get impaled on it.
We were up chanting. I think we were going through the English national team. David Beckham is a homosexual, going from 1 to 11. Big chants were going on anyways, and Bellew fell backwards off the wall and landed on some sort of a lamp post that was
I wasn't
cut
there
off.
at this time because me and staff came late.
Yes, he came late.
We flew a few hours after you.
But she came late, but geez.
We came in fine style.
No, so what happened was then I saw he was in a heap. He got up to start chanting again, how John the warrior he is, and then fainted. So I was like, oh shit. So I picked him up. I said, right, better get this fella. Saw the big cut in the back. I was like, better get this fella to the hospital. So 81 staff are riding the Sieve at this stage. And I was like, here lads, go back to the hotel room there and get Bellew's passport. He's going to need it for the hospital. Sound, yeah. And actually I think it was staff who said, yeah, sound. So I head off in a taxi to the hospital with Bellew with Jack Barry, I think. Got there, sitting there for about 2 hours, and they wouldn't see him until the passport arrived for his insurance details. It's like, for fuck's sake. So I had to jump in the taxi from one side of the place, go back to the hotel room. The boys were fucking starkers, just drinking, chatting to the neighbours over the balcony. Like, so for fuck's sake.
We forgot.
It's like, boys, Bellew's passport. And oh yeah, sorry man. So fucking got the passport back to the hospital. Got back there and then the guard was holding a fucking gun to Jack Barry's. Your friend, he is not all right. Like, it's like, whoa, to settle him down. Then went in and dealt with Bellew, and one goes down, what were you drinking tonight? And I was like, he was drinking a bit of beer. And Bellew's like, I was drinking vodka.
So this was the holiday that it turns out there was an undercover reporter from The Independent with us.
Yeah.
Do you remember that Heinz was on the front of The Independent?
Oh, jeez, I totally forgot that happened.
Yeah, I know. You wouldn't believe that.
I was trying to find it earlier, yeah.
Someone has the article.
There is an article. And
people listening in, you mightn't believe this happened, but it was a Leaving Cert holiday, and
we befriended
turns
an
out
undercover
this
journal.
woman was there, but she was an undercover journalist.
And all our parents knew it was us. Like, it was a gang of 15 lads. It was Heinzie wearing his 3/4 length FAI Ireland pants. And you can see Heinzie's rat tail as well. And this one was on top of him. Like, and then he was taking it out as if she straddled
and then
his buttocks exposed.
One of the Sligo boys hurled abuse at the African vendors selling watches and all this stuff. And I was like, scandalous. Yeah. So it landed we got all going to Sunday morning, and Sunday Independent hit the shelves with this expose on.
All the parents, like, they knew it was us, but didn't know what they were just...
forgot that actually happened.
It's outrageous.
The best. So anyways,
but you were in tossed all night with the paper.
So Heinzie in the bistro, they all bought it in the bistro or something, and they had it in there. But just to finish off on Bellew's thing, they were like, okay, bring him home now. We used to stay out of water and everything. So bringing Bellew back about 7 o'clock in the morning, and Gary Clancy was just getting up, obviously been asleep all night, and came in and pushed Bellew into the pool straight away. Like,
that's a good holiday question. I think we're allowed back. Murty, do you have any?
Not really. No. Do you know, actually, a funny story came into my head earlier.
This is the way. I showed you
I got plenty of
chat story.
Yeah, there's a few stories or two now from trips to the UK. Nothing wild in the sun. But actually, this is, I don't know, I was watching an episode of The Simpsons earlier. And you know that one where Lionel Hutz has the no money down?
Yeah.
But we were, I don't know, I was watching that episode earlier, and just as the question came in, remember Kilchamar was our teenage disco?
oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So I ended up, myself and Brian Kenny ended up getting barred from the Chinese in Kilchamar of all places. So she had a thing on the wall basically saying no credit cards, or no debit cards, credit cards, whatever they were at the time. No cards, please. So obviously we gave put in the comma and the exclamation marks that said, no cards, please. So she comes out with the food, and I don't even think we had cards time, but we were waiting cards on her. She's like, no cards. No, you're asking for cards. That's really got nothing to do with anything. I just seen that episode of The Simpsons.
I remember Kilchamar, I think we were all in the alleyway beside the fucking nightclub. I think we were smoking and drinking, like just being young fellas, and the police came and took all the names, like, you know, so I said, oh yeah, gave the fake name and then gave the fake phone number, and then I went on, I left him then. I was like, oh shit, I'm going to have to give him my grandmother's phone number. So about the 2 years after that, I was always worried that they rang the house. Like,
your holidays in Kilchima. There's only one other question in really I can see, and well, it's not a question. It's RF, and he sent in a photo, just a photo of a comment on Twitter from himself saying you'd missed the Carvery dinner. That's just it.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
More of a statement again.
We might have to get to Henry's.
Oh wait, here we go. Daniel Kelly. Where would Mark McSharry have finished in the 100-metre breaststroke?
Oh, yeah. The question is,
actually,
what ministerial position would Mona McSharry have now if she's in Fianna Fáil? She certainly won't be sitting up the backbench like Mark.
No, she's a spokesperson.
Marty, you had a few pints at the Mac attack.
I did. He showed up for my birthday.
He showed up.
That
was a nice touch.
Took a lovely photo. Yeah, I think things turned sour that night, actually, I think parts of the group might have been questioning some of his ideals, and I don't think it went down too well. So, where
would he finish?
I'd say he would have got through the heat in last second semi-final.
I can imagine him in a big long pair of corduroy shorts. He wouldn't wear the Speedos, like an old dad on holidays or something. Graceful though, very graceful in the pool is Max. So, semi-final knockout.
Yeah, we go with that.
Okay, I think that's us, lads. We'll come back with football. So. A busy day on the pitches around Sligo, Ronan, the football scene.
Yeah.
And a busy day in the commentary box.
A busy day in the commentary box is right, Adrian.
We made our commentary debut on Sunday for Sligo Rovers versus Cork City.
Yeah. Enjoyable. You enjoyed it?
I loved it, yeah. It was very enjoyable now.
The crack was good now, in fairness, yeah.
It was good. Just the build-up to it was unreal. There was people in town more giddy than...
we were, yeah. Like, even that time when Foley's leaving, Foley's like...
Yeah.
Teresa Foley was buzzing. So
we were like heroes, yeah. Foley's put on a plate of sandwiches and cups of tea for us beforehand before we headed up to the showgrounds.
That was a lovely touch.
Yeah, it was a nice touch, you're right. And it was a big walk up where cars were tooting at us, beeping.
There was, we couldn't even recognise half the people.
Called into St Michael's Family Lives Centre for a second, just for a brief pit stop. It was very enjoyable. A few random facts thrown out. Some of them may have been stretching the truth.
Nobody seems to have questioned them.
No, Micah Hacknan hasn't got in touch anyway about his son, about his uncle playing, or his nephew playing centre back, but it wasn't a good result. It wasn't a good performance at all. 3-2 to Cork, Cup.
Jeez, it's funny really since we had the break in the podcast, things have...
Yeah.
You know, we had looking forward to the second leg of the European game, I think, the last time.
Was the first or second? I think it was the first leg, was
the first one, yeah. But
we're after beating Bows 4-0.
Oh, was that the last time we did one?
I think so. I could be wrong there.
Yeah. In that case, then, yeah, it's
gone to shit.
No, it was after the Longford game, man. Friday stuck up to the Longford game. But yeah,
it's gone to shit.
Disappointing results in Europe. Then a disaster in Waterford the following Sunday, and yeah, followed up by last Sunday. They weren't very good on Sunday. It was worrying.
No, they weren't at all. And we kind of tried to talk Cork up a bit, but they weren't much better.
No, at the end of the day, they were second bottom in Division 1. So it turns the match against Dundalk this weekend into a huge game all of a sudden now. Like, you know, it's been an awful, literally an awful 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know Liam Buckley had said before the Cork game, it's been an awful 2 weeks or whatever, but the performances are pretty good, but it wasn't good on Sunday, and Cork had 3 chances and got 3 goals really, wasn't it?
Exactly, yeah. Now, look, there was obviously, you know, we actually still never heard what happened to John Mann, because, you know, we were calling him Shane Blaney, or we called him Shane Blaney, John Mann. Yeah, someone's in the eyes, but... No, that's no excuse anyway. I know we ended up with a back four that would be probably nearly a second choice back four, except for Lewis Banks. But they had 3 chances. But Rovers didn't create a whole pile.
No.
McNulty gifted the first goal.
Even the first goal, yeah. McNulty gifted that to Romeo Parks.
I know they had all the ball and stuff, but what did they really create?
Absolutely nothing. And when Cian Coleman won every header, big CC.
You're a big fan of him?
Well, just for being a nuisance. He actually did win every single long ball. And when you're away from home in the cup, it's a big thing. And then BBW up front. Benny and O'Brien, Whitmarsh.
You took a huge eye on him now. I know everything he did it well.
He got second goal, first goal.
He got the first goal, yeah. It was a great goal.
And then he got the touch to get the ball back out to the box for the third goal.
Yeah. No, just very disappointing.
It was a disaster, really.
Yeah, and the cup is the cup. You win a couple of games, you're in the quarter final.
Well, that's
and then you look at the draw this week, and Bows and Shams have got each other, and Derry are playing Harps, and what it kind of opened up a bit.
It would have. I know there was a lot of people very disappointed afterwards, but
Yeah, there was a bit of a. It wasn't a great mood around walking down the road now, I don't think.
no, and you walked at a fair pace too.
I was thirsty.
No, it was this. Like are Rovers going to win the league? No, probably not.
Well, I kind of said all year that they've been punching above their weight now, but
Yeah, but does it make the end of the season a bit?
no, well,
I
still think, I always said it during the year that I was always watching that gap to fourth, and that gap is now 8 points, so that can very quickly be gone. So,
big
look, at the
game
minute, I
Sunday.
think you just got to restart. Like, nobody thought at the start of the season you were going to win the league.
Well, no, that's true.
Do you know? So, like, I think if you just settle down, finish second or third, like, there is still a chance of winning the league. Like, like Shams haven't been great, and now they're moving on in Europe. Pats aren't a great side. Like, if we can just click back in, we have been kind of funny. Like, when we win games, we're winning 4 or 5 on the bounce. So hopefully this weekend is the start of another run like that.
The only thing with the run of results, there hasn't been a huge amount of ground lost in the league, only for the Waterford game.
Only for the Waterford
It's been
game.
2 European games and a cup game.
And a cup game, yeah. So look, if you're going to have, look, we still have a chance to win the league.
Yeah.
We're
going to win the league.
We're going to win the fucking league, is right. Yeah.
Dundalk at home on Sunday, so look forward to that.
Yeah.
Junior soccer, a festival of football, a feast, a
veritable
smorgasbord of football put on over the weekend by Kennedy. Fair play to you.
A veritable feast there, yeah. So I suppose I only made it to one game. Now, it's actually a weekend I should have been making lots of games, but things get in the way.
Yeah.
So obviously in the final of the Super League Cup, we played Cartron United, played Carby on Friday night.
Clash of Titans.
Great game. I must say it was a great game. Huge crowd there. I don't know how many people were there, but
I heard 300.
I would have probably pushed a little higher than that. I would have thought
Really,
close
yeah?
to 4. Yeah. The stand was pretty much full, and then there was people the whole way around the ground. So yeah, I don't know. It's obviously hard to estimate these things, but it was a good game. We probably slightly shaded the first half. It was 1-1 at half time. Then Carby were very strong in the second half. Really came at us. Then maybe last 5 or 10 minutes we kind of came back into it a bit, but they were the better team in the second half. Extra time then, I think it was kind of a case of we'd probably try and get the penalties, maybe pick them on the break. John Belly rose like a salmon at one stage in the second half with a powerful header, but I did a couple of great chances as well in extra time. But yeah, it just came down to penalty shootout.
And was there like, I know it was only the warm-up league really, was there much excitement,
There was, yeah. Like, I mean, once you're there, I mean, like, it was a warm-up league, but, obviously, not that we've that much of a history, but we've played a lot in the last couple of years now. So, there is a bit of needle in the games. Like I thought they had a very strong team out now Friday night, and no, it was proper feisty stuff. We would have ended up with a good few yellows. I'd say they probably did too. Who scored? Abraham Savage got their first goal. Great goal. He powered one at the near post, and then Enda McGowan equalised with a penalty just after that. But anyway, it ended up going to penalties. And Carby missed her second one. We missed our third and our fifth.
Okay.
So that was that game. Then
so the spoils go to Carby.
Spoils go to Carby again. Then Saturday, I seen the Super
Premier
League.
League inversion. Oh, sorry.
No, there's the played final of the Super
Saucer
League.
Cup final.
So this was MCR against Real Tubber. I think
Mail Coach Road versus Real Tubber. Yeah.
You love the Mail Coach Road.
I do.
But I think this was. I think Raf had a game with Derry.
Yes, and he came home.
He came home for the last 10
Drogheda,
minutes, I
wasn't it,
think.
or something?
Yeah, from
Crazy
Drogheda.
commitment.
Crazy commitment. But the MCR won 1-0. Bradley Fowley got the winner for them.
They have quite a good team, MCR, don't they?
Oh, MCR are very good side. Yeah. They
they
absolutely
do.
battered us in a pre-season friendly.
Yeah, a few experienced heads. Like,
yeah, just what I was talking about Super League. Like, should be a good Super League next year. Like, Carby are very strong. You'd have Manor coming back. Strand are good. MCR are good. There's a lot of good teams. Tubber have a nice young team as well. So, yeah.
So that's the Super League plate.
That was the plate, yeah. So that's MCR won the plate. Then moving on to Sunday, the final of the Cup in the Premier League. Colliery Bows beat Glenview 4-0. I suppose that'll be nearly a local derby. Owen Nicholson got a penalty in the first half after about 20 minutes.
I believe the bouncer was playing actually.
I've seen a picture of him, all right, yeah.
Connor Griffin got the second. I think Paddy Hurdy got the third. Sorry, Joe Kilcullen got the third and the fourth. So, and I don't think it was as comfortable as the scoreline suggests out there.
Okay.
And then to round off the weekend in the Premier League plate final, Ballygawley and Enniscrone met, and Ballygawley ended up winning 3-1. So
good.
that rounded off the weekend. Yeah, as I say, it was great competition. Great to get back. And the league kicks back off on the 29th weekend of the 29th of August.
Okay,
so
there's a while to go yet for that.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for that, Ronan. That's us with football wrap-up. We'll come back with GA.
Chance here for Jesse Sloan. Can he score? Yes! Sligo!
Okay, just a brief enough GA section this week. Hope to do a championship preview next week, maybe the big one. But we'll start with the County Hurlers. Their unbelievable season came to an end there. They lost up in Owenbeg to Derry in the Christy Ring semi-final.
I've seen that goal Jordan Kelly got. Great goal.
Great goal. It was on the BBC. It's 28 points to 217. So only 5 in the end after Derry looked like they might pull away at the start, but they really rallied back. So good thing. Great performance again. The goal, sorry about the goal. See the umpire losing his flag.
Yeah. It was on the BBC, you saw it. Yeah. BBC Northern Ireland.
I'd say that's why the BBC put it up now.
It was unreal. He lost his flag and he couldn't see him looking around for it. But
I assume they're like that Derry team would be probably backbone by Stockneedle, wouldn't they?
That was what I thought. I was thinking after Derry footballers got knocked out with the only goal, I wonder was the man Christy McKay going to come back around them. I don't know if they did, but they would have a lot of Stockneedle players. Yeah. Club hurling and Derry's obviously strong, like so. Like Sligo, it was a great year, and I'd say they're going to stay. Like obviously during Christy Ring again next year, so that's consolidated now, and like, they're not going to fear whoever comes up from the lower division or maybe even comes down. So
yeah, and there'll be no offlies hanging around next year.
I'm not sure who's going to come down or has come down or what's the story there, but yeah, good year. And the under-20s lost their All-Ireland semi-final to Derry as well in the park last Tuesday or Thursday.
Last Tuesday,
Tuesday, yeah. It was a scorcher. So they lost as well. So look, they both finished up with semi-finals. I think there were 2 good campaigns, and there's loads being built on there. Again, football. The county minors, Sligo football minors, under 17s are out on Friday evening against Leitrim. A good bunch.
Any word from the camp?
Yeah, I know a few involved in it. So supposedly, a good bunch. I think they bet Fermanagh last Wednesday, 7-24 to 8 points or something. And then they've beaten Tyrone up in Tyrone. I think they ran Kerry quite close down in Ennis. So they're supposed to have, I think they're a team that's been together a good few years. They missed their whole under 16 year because of COVID. So, and they have a home draw against Leitrim. That's a semi-final as well. So that could.
Who's on the other side?
Galway's coming out. I'm not sure which way it's I'm not sure which way that's structured. Who plays who there?
I think Roscommon bet Mayo. I might have seen Ref tweeting about it. Yeah.
So. Like there's a chance to get to the Connacht final. I know the Miners got to the Connacht final last year again, but Sligo football definitely needs something like that as a pick-me-up, big time, massively. So big chance for them on Friday. What day is it today? It's Wednesday, so 2 days time. I'll go through the club scene for a second as the fixtures are out for the first few rounds of the senior, intermediate, and junior championship. So might just run through the first round fixtures, lads.
Yep.
In the senior homeland championship, Group 1, round 1, it's Colliery versus Coolara Strandhill. That's going to be in Markridge Park on the 14th. At the same time, St Mary's play Curry in that group, which is in Killarney, which I don't think has ever really hosted a championship game, but
they're doing a good job out there now.
Oh, it's class, lovely pitch, yeah. You were out the market out there.
The economy markets, yeah. What the hell were the alpacas? Yeah, saw a couple of alpacas there. Lovely creatures.
Go on.
So I was really I was really impressed with the bit of community there. Like everyone was out, obviously from all ages, all different teams, all helping out with car parking. It was a real community effort, but I thought it was a good vibe out there now.
So yeah, so St Mary's play Curry in
what time of night?
In Alpaca Park.
Alpaca Park. Is that a Saturday?
There's Saturdays at 7, and in Group 2, Tour de Strands. I was going to say drive for 6. What rhymes? Sexy six. In the mix for 6. Tour de Strand going for 6-0. They start against Shamrock Hills in Cache, I believe. Yeah, it's Father Brenny Park. And then Druncliffe, Ross's Point face Giva in Conley Park.
Sorry, I'm thinking of Tom Jones singing 6 Bomb.
Yeah,
for
maybe. Yeah, he actually played Tom Jones, would you believe, a gig in Banana Hall before in the 90s. I was up with it.
What, is this a true story?
No, it's not.
We're getting sucked in tonight by these.
So, sorry. Group 1, round 1, Colliery, Clara, Mary's, Curry, and Group 2, round 1, Tour de Strand, Shamrock Hills, Druncliffe, Ross's Point, Giva. Intermediate in Group 1, so it's Enniscrone versus Eastern Harps. So Harps back down. Well, back down. They haven't been down intermediate, and I don't know. I've never heard them in intermediate before. And Tour de Strand, second team, plays St Melosh. So St Melosh will be the heavy favourites for intermediate championship. But Tour de Strand seniors see to bet them in the Kieran Cup final on Saturday evening, 4-14 to 7 points.
I've seen that, yeah.
Malash were going well. I'm not sure what team Malash, but another Kieran Cup, another win for Tour de Strand. In Group 2, in the intermediate, it's Castle Connor, St John's in round 1, and Eastkey versus the Bunnies, Bunnadan. The Junior A then, that kicks off the next weekend, so it's the 21st and 22nd. Pats v St Michael's in Group 1, and St Malash Clunacool, St Malash second team v Clunacool. Also, that's a tough group now. You have Pats, Michaels and Clunacool will all be quite strong in Junior A. And in Group B, O'More Gales versus Killarney Mullabrina second team, and St Mary's second team versus Shamrock second team. So, O'More Gales have a group of second teams in there. So that's all the...
Who'll be the favourites for the Junior there? O'More Gales?
Maybe, well, look, they're going to be in a semi-final, so maybe they're beaten in the final last year. But Pats, I'd have Pats down as favourites myself. They have a few boys back. Michael's
Simon Coulter's back, isn't he?
Simon Coulter's back.
Shout out to T-Squared, who you met on Sunday night.
T-Squared, yeah. I was going to this in a second. Pats, Michael's, Clunacool. Like, one of them are going to go out where they'll all be thinking, like, Michael's were intermediate last year. So one of them are going to go out.
They enlisted the Summer Bay Brigade, though.
Intermediate, I'm going to have to say St Malash, definitely. I would think, and Tour de Strand for senior. Yep, that's it. It's going to be exciting. We'll hopefully do a championship preview next week with the football. So it's just a brief one today. Now, who's T-Square, by the way?
Oh yeah, just he was just a character from out here. I just know he plays for St Pat's.
Oh, he does he?
He does.
Oh, I didn't think he was from Sligo at all.
Oh no, yeah, he's from Sligo. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, you enjoyed his company now.
I did. Yeah, I had a few shouts at him, but I was calling him Tom Terrence. But
I don't know. Saturday night he got the name T-Squared. Not really sure where it came from. There was no 2 T's in his name, but anyway, he said he was going to listen to the podcast this week. So. All
right, well, we're looking out for T-Squared under St Pat's versus St Michael's on the 21st of August. So, best of luck. He's a new friend of the pod. Okay, Robbie Ross, we're back with you.
He's made 5, 6, 7 yards. A great bullock of a man, this fella.
Grubber kick.
Up and under. How are you, Owen?
How's your rugby going this weekend? Where are you starting?
Well, we thought we were back last week against the mighty men at Tuam. We were supposed to be playing them in a friendly last Saturday, but
Tuam Tuggers.
Yeah, they rang me Friday afternoon but they had a COVID scare, so had to err on the side of caution, and that friendly got pulled off, unfortunately. So now, second service, we're back at it again this Saturday. We're playing Monavea in Monavea on Saturday, so fingers crossed that goes ahead, because it's been a long time since we've been on the paddock, and all the boys are really looking forward to playing a match again. So
that's the first
friendly match. So
it's the first
and only friendly, really. Like
no, the first team. Sorry, first 15.
Yeah, mixture of first and seconds. Like everyone is there at the moment, so we'll play a couple of 20-minute periods, maybe 4 20s, and everyone will get a hit out. And then we'll have a week off, and then we are back into the Connacht Senior League at home to Buccaneers on the 14th, and then the second team are playing Westport at home on the 15th. So it's going to come pretty thick and fast for us now.
TNF.
Yeah. So Simon Gavin's settling in now. He's back into the swing of it. He's going really well. So delighted now to see him start to put a stamp on the team, and Joshua Reeves is finished with Brazil in terms of the World Cup campaign.
They can't qualify.
Can't qualify now. They lost to Uruguay at the weekend, and they lost to Chile previously, so that's them out of the repechage, and he is finishing up now and hoping a visa coming through pending. That's the only thing that's holding us up now. He'll be here with us in 4 to 5 weeks, so he should be ready to go for the Galwegians match, which is our second match.
Second AAL match?
No, second Senior League match.
But so there's a break after the first?
Yeah, so we're playing Buccaneers, then Wegians away, then we have a week off, then we're playing Ballina, and then we're playing Corinthians.
Are Sligo with me and Judy at the Buccaneers match?
Yeah, I think we could tee that up. Yeah, I think we definitely could tee that up.
I've chanced that even actually, so we'll see.
We'll see.
I'd have to really brush up my knowledge, but I'd say I could probably bluff. Bluff a half, maybe.
Definitely could. Definitely.
And what is happening there?
We bluffed the Rovers game.
See what random relations are playing for the Buccaneers teams.
Yeah.
But what is happening? Yeah, no. So signings. We have a new fella coming over, Stefano, another fella from the Samba Brigade, played for Brazil and played sevens in the last Olympics for Brazil actually as well.
Right.
Yeah,
and is he like a singular name like Socrates and Pele? It's just called Stefano.
Yeah, I can't actually pronounce the
second. Oh, sorry.
That's a pity accent.
But if you can give me a second here, I can try and...
Let's call him Stefano.
So we'll just call him Stefano, yeah.
Put him on the jersey as Stefano.
So he played at the Olympics?
Played in the Olympics.
Very good.
These Olympics?
Oh,
No,
last
the Rio Olympics.
Yeah. And he's coming over now, so he'll be a good addition to the
Where does
squad.
he play, Ross?
He's wing in 15-a-side or 9 in 7s.
Wing. He's
He plays scrum
young
half.
enough?
Yeah, mid-20s, so he's coming over now. With him and Pedro are both arriving on the 8th of August, actually. Pedro's back from holidays as well, Big Bengalo.
Big Bengalo is right.
Yeah, so looking forward to...
And is that Joshua Reeves signing, is it?
Yeah, Josh is bringing him with him, yeah. So he'll be his fella to bring over, yeah. So he actually has an Italian passport, so it works for us because he's a EU player. So Josh is taking up our foreign slot on the roster this year, so Stefano can come in as an EU citizen. What else is happening? Yeah, so just Hannah Johnston just announced today that she's moving to Railway Union in Dublin to play senior rugby, which is a really good move for her. They play well. They're very good. They're thereabouts in the AIL 1A for women. So best of luck to Hannah there. And also Conan O'Donnell finally officially can announce that he's signed with Canterbury over in New Zealand. Canterbury, obviously, probably one of the most successful NPC sides. So congratulations to Conan.
He's the man of many clubs.
Yeah.
He must have some connections around the world now at this stage.
Yeah, they're all kind of, kind of the same path of people, bloody Kiwis. No, in fairness, I'd say he's an unreal fella to have in the squad, So best of luck to him in that campaign. What else is happening, lads?
What do you make of your beloved Lions?
The beloved Lions. It's good crack now. It's kicked off a bit. I'm really enjoying
The fake Twitter account.
the fake Twitter account. Yeah, did you see this?
Haven't seen it, no.
Jacko Johan.
Actually, I seen him.
It's unbelievable. Like,
Ridiculous stuff.
yeah. Razzy's such an absolute snake. He's brilliant. I love him. Like, so the crack is basically this burner Twitter account. He keeps coming up after the match, being like really humble, saying all the right things, saying, well-earned win for the Lions. They're going through a tough time away from their family and loved ones, and COVID is really tough, so fair play to them. Nothing but respect here. And then 2 days later, he's like retweeting off this fake Twitter account, Jacko Johan, who is this like perfectly clipped video of footage that's only available from match cameras. It's not like Sky Sports footage clipped together.
Yeah.
It's quite clearly the in-house camera views, and it's all these incidents clipped and circled like professionally. This random account is putting it up there.
I know if you went back to his history, if you went to his
Munster,
likes from back to 2017, it's likes
started
from
when he started with Munster.
I seen a bit about it earlier.
Started
Right,
Munster,
yeah,
like.
Yeah.
He's got a character, Razzie.
Yeah, he is. But they're
brilliant.
saying like this week, the whole media, it hasn't been about his team or the players. Like it's been about this Twitter account. Like, and he's just laughing at it, saying like Johan is actually Razzy's first name. Like,
It's Jacko, it's very good.
Yeah. So he's actually laughing, but it's it picked up there now. It was a test match, an arm wrestle.
Let's hope the British Lions can win the second. I don't like the Lions.
No, I don't think. I don't think they will. I don't think they'll win the second or
No?
third test. No, I don't think they will. No, I think I said originally Lions first test, South Africa second and third test.
They're all in Cape Town now, aren't they?
Yeah. So
Well, hopefully for the spectacle that they don't win it.
Yeah,
because you want a big
third
shootout in.
sorry, I've one last thing from the local rugby report. Our beloved Seagulls, our Sligo third 15.
Yes.
Adrian, you've talked out for them before. I've talked out for them. They are commencing their campaign this year.
Gulls are back.
The Gulls are back on the 22nd.
play?
The 22nd of August against Dunmore Seconds.
My birthday.
And
there we go.
it's a tennis-side competition.
Right.
Yeah.
The whole pitch.
Yeah, it's tennis-side, yeah. It's the
That
pre-season
wouldn't suit the Gulls, I know.
No, but the thing is, I think if both teams, I think that we went for 10 aside just to be sure that we'd have enough numbers.
Yeah.
But I think that if you were looking like you have 15 aside, you can ring the club that you're playing and say, listen, how are you fixed? Have you 15 as well? And then you can play 15.
Is that WhatsApp group still on the go? I had to leave it.
That WhatsApp group is still on the go.
There must be 70 or 80 people in it. Like.
Yeah, and they
I'm sure you 10 out of
they
it.
struggle to agree on training times.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's every morning everyone's very pumped for it.
And how do you line up a 10 aside?
Well, you'd have your it's
full forward.
five forwards, 5 backs,
Oh, yeah,
5-man scrums. Yeah.
I thought there might be a 6 and 4 option there, maybe. But.
So, but the thing goes, a call to action. If any of any listeners who've ever any interest in playing a bit of rugby, coming from any other sports, or just wanted to get involved, these lads, you can just turn up and train. You can just turn up and play. Actually, to be honest with you, you'll get your game. Like so, really can't stress how everybody's welcome. Put some stuff up on the
I
social
made a
media.
fatal mistake my last Gulls game.
You got injured, did you?
I did, yeah. There was a knock on.
Where were you then?
I think it was flanker. I shouldn't have bothered picking it up. I should have just let the ref fucking blow it or whatever's going to happen, because we're going to be knocked on again in 2 seconds anyways. It was us who knocked it on. I went and picked it up, and this absolute... Like, I weighed me. I was a bit thinner then. I was 2 stone lighter. This man was in his 20-something stone, like he's a prop. Came and he kind of stumbled, run over to me and landed on me and just like done the ligaments in my landed on my ankle. I just stuck.
It's a very random mix. It's
ridiculous.
Young fellas, very old fellas, and then fellas who just
never played before.
Training, and then but
it's almost a danger at times.
It is, but it's still come out to watch it. But the men of Carrick, the Carrick team were ginormous. It's the Carrick and Shannon first team.
Remember
in that league.
Oh right,
it's their first team. Yeah.
I remember we played the touring American side with the 50-year-old men.
Oh yeah. That was unbelievable crack, wasn't it?
Oh, it was good crack.
The touring American side.
Yeah. Portland, Maine. Yeah.
They brought saltwater taffy to us.
Yeah.
My last Gaelic game actually was against a touring Canada side that Kipper had brought over for the World Games or whatever.
Oh yeah.
We played an old game with the Mountain Colliery and. Kipper was actually running the show, so we had to send Gary Golden on to him for the second half. And Gary, in an out exhibition match, Gary stuck to him like glue, so he didn't.
You can't beat touring matches and teams coming over and playing and the crack afterwards. Like it can't die out.
Clara that time, the same time as that.
Yeah,
good fun. So the goals are back in action. That's very good. We're back with a little wrap up, will we?
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah.
So lads, that's us done for tonight. Very enjoyable. Good to be back.
Good to be back. Yeah, hope everybody's enjoyed.
I've seen your faces. It was good to chat to you around the town during the week.
It was great, wasn't it? Yeah.
So what?
I take myself out of town now. You know, I've seen enough of town, so I try and get out of town.
What were you saying there, Ross?
I was just saying it was nice to get back out seeing pubs and restaurants and the old indoor dining starting up again. So if people are out and about, take pictures of your pints and dinners and tag us in it.
You might notice we love food. So
any new items on a menu or anything like that.
So anything like that, put the hashtag SligoAwayPod
and the place you're at.
We'll
give them a bit of exposure, I suppose.
The boost they need, because it's good to get the town back going again.
I just like seeing pictures of pints, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and a special shout to Bess Kebab, who gave a box of just kebab meat the other evening out. It was lovely. And Subway nacho pockets. I didn't have them though. I just seen them on the menu. So that's a new thing I seen now. Jesus, nacho pockets, snacks. So we might put this clip up later. So if you need anyone around town, bit of advertisement, we'll share it to our vast army of eaters and drinkers. Okay, lads. That's
leave it at that. Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Bye.
I'm going back to where the beach is near. The beer is dear. There's plenty of women on the crack. Walking
Here we are in the final seconds. The whistle is gone, and Sligo Rovers are the champions.
By the riverside, you can watch the tide as it flows.
No, I'm being told that Average Joe's does not have enough players and will be forfeiting the championship match.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for us.
Very tight and drives it clean out over the net. Out in the field of corner.